Good morning, and today I'm on my way to see a lake and a monastery that Armenia is very famous for. Now if you'd like to see this monastery and this lake as well, and a few other things, well, stick around. Hello, my name's Steve Morgan, and from the age of 16, when I left home, I've had some crazy adventures. It's been the good, the bad, and the ugly. And that's why I decided to do Morgan's World, to share those journeys with you. To keep up to date with my life journeys, please like and subscribe to my channel below. Welcome to my world. So ladies and gents, I am going up there, okay? I've not a clue what's really up there, but this is my tour guide. Can you tell me what's up there?
It's going to be very interesting view on the up.
Very interesting view on the up. And this unfortunate lady, Sabina, is sitting next to me on the bus, and she has the been unfortunate to get up there with me. So it feels really weird today to be on one of these ski things and not skiing. Do you ski,
No.
Sabina? You don't ski?
No.
Oh, okay.
A little.
You will definitely ski. Wow, I don't know what health and safety is like in Azerbaijan, but that is the ski resort, or that will be the ski slopes in the winter. And you can see snow-capped mountains. So I'm up the top now, and as you can see, there's some really beautiful views. Let me show you some. Yep, lovely. So even though it's warm and sunny, you can still see a bit of the snow-capped mountains in the top. And right here, it looks like you can take pictures or you can shoot, and you can win one of those awesome teddy bears if you're good at shooting. I'll pass on that one. I think I'm okay at shooting, but I've got no room for the teddy bear. What comes up must come down. Minus Sabina, she's still there taking pictures, but we got to be down at the bottom in 20 minutes. So, I guess I can say this because she isn't here. She was like, oh wow, it's so beautiful. Well, I mean, yeah, it is beautiful, but not quite the Swiss Alps. So that over there looks like it would be probably a blue slope for the skiing in the winter, and maybe that would be something a little bit harder, maybe a green. Or is it green? A red slope, maybe. Wow! Woohoo! You enjoying it? Nice. Well, I must admit, the first time I was on one of these ski lifts, I was pretty excited, and that would have been years ago with my mate Jimmy LeCarey, who lives in Houston, Texas, and Jamie Russo, and many others. I used to belong to a group called the St. Michael's Young Adult Group, and it was kind of like a church group to meet people, but I met people, but I didn't really date anyone, which is good because, you know, I don't think they'd be impressed with me. So we've stopped off at a church or a monastery. I think it's just a church, but we'll call it a monastery because it sounds a little bit better. Let me show you what it looks like on the outside. Pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to show you a few things. Before I go in there, I want to point out something, a little bit of kind of Christian history. Armenia was the very first country in the world to adopt Christianity as their religion. And if you know anything about the Gospels or the the disciples and all that. There was like 12 of them, and all of them, apart from John, died horrific deaths. Okay, and Bartholomew came to Armenia to spread the gospel and whatever, and he got skinned alive. Now, in my opinion, that is the worst way to die. Okay, just thought I'd point that out. Okay, something else that's interesting, but I'm going totally off the subject, right? By Spitalfields Market in London, they used to have the Bartholomew Fair, and it was the biggest fair in Europe at the time. You know, you could go there, sell your wife and everything. Totally off subject, all right, but I just thought I'd tell you that because it's pretty interesting. But that's a story for another day. That's a vlog for another day. I'm going to go in that church now, and I'm going to have to be really, really quiet. So I'll try and go in and out and show you it. And yeah, just let's see what this church is like. As you can see, they like to light candles a lot, and there is a service going on. Look at that. That is pretty cool. Goes all the way down. And here we got some graves that people just step over because it's supposed to get them closer to God when people walk over the graves. Something like what you would have seen in the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem with the Crusaders. A little salad to start with. Okay, so down there, that's where I had my lunch, and we walked all the way up the hill. There was no ski lift this time to see this monastery. Supposedly, years ago, if you had to repent for your sins, if you were like a monk, they would send you here. Because if you can imagine, in the winter time, it'd be really horrible weather, cold and windy. So there we have it, ladies and gents. This is the other side of the big F-off hill I have just climbed, or walked up, I should say. So today was a lot of fun. It's always nice to leave the city and see some other places and also meet people. Okay, part of the reason I originally chose a hostel was so I can meet people and talk to people. Hasn't worked out. The people in the hostel I'm staying in, they're not unfriendly, but they're not sociable. So on this group today, there was many sociable people from Russia, the United Arab Emirates and India. Tour guide was amazing. Her name's Anna, and the driver was pretty cool too. Can't remember his name, but he was a cool bloke. Anyway, it's time to hit the sack, and I'm moving into better accommodation tomorrow. You know, I have not been able to sleep where I am. You know, it's nice, the price is great, but it's just too hot. It's like sleeping in a coffin. So tomorrow, yeah, a little bit of luxury. So it's the next day, and as predicted, last night was a very sleepless night. It was just so hot in my little box room. But at breakfast, I was speaking to a few girls, and they were telling me how cold they were. So maybe there's a different flow of air conditioning, might have something to do with that, probably about half my body weight. That might have something to do with it. But also, it was a very sociable breakfast. You know, I was at that hostel for quite a few days and didn't really get to socialise a lot. And this morning. It was awesome, and met some people from Russia and Canada and Paris, and they all signed up to my YouTube vlogs. Anyway, I don't know if you can see that tower in the distance. Now, I don't know much about that tower, but every time you Google something about Yerevan, they usually show pictures of it. So I'm going to check that out as part of my sightseeing vlog. But before I do that, I'm going to my hotel, and let's see what my hotel was like. Okay, let's check my room out. And supposedly this is an upgrade. Well, it's a lot better than where I've been the last few nights. I will definitely take it. And I got a view. This is my view. Yep, looks okay. Yes, I'm gonna sleep great tonight. And there is air conditioning. Yes, I totally has put my faith back in humanity and God. First world problems, I know. Anyway, see you a bit later. Okay, so there's been a slight change to my plans. I've had to book another flight, and it means I'm going to be a little bit out of pocket. It's probably my own fault because I didn't arrange things so everything lined up together correctly. The good news is I get to stay here a little bit longer. The bad news is it's costing me a few more bob. Also, my hotel have not put on the air conditioning. It's only like a fan blowing through the air vents, which isn't always the greatest. All right, but is what it is. Okay, so ladies and gents, that is where I'm trying to get to, right up there. That's one of the towers or monuments I have seen in brochures and what have you. I've also seen other things, but I honestly do not know how to get up there. There doesn't seem to be a footpath, and there's no one around to ask. So I don't know if I'll have to try and attempt this another time or just sack it in. We'll see. So, ladies and gents, after zigzagging around a bit, I managed to find some people that spoke English, and they gave me some fairly good directions to this passageway, these stairs, and it leads past this building, but it's a little bit higher than this. So anyway, these ladies have told me it's not possible to go to the top. I've got to get a taxi. That's correct, right? And I'm still not even walking in the right direction. Oh my God, I may have to do this tomorrow. This is turning out to be a disaster. But I'm right? I can't get up to the top, can I?
No, you cannot do it.
Oh gosh. Well, anyway. Yep, disaster up there. This is about as high as I'm going to get to tonight. So I'm in a taxi with this lovely driver. He doesn't speak any English, but I think I was able to translate where I want to go. And he is going to take me to the top. So ladies and gents, I have made it to Victory Park. And if you can see the shopkeeper behind me, he's still working. People work hard here. You know, and it's named Victory Park from what I can gather because of the Soviet Union, their victory over the Nazis in World War II. But it's been a little bit hard to get information because I have no Wi-Fi. I have no Wi-Fi package. Something I'm going to have to look into. That's something I'm going to have to look into for future trips so I can translate a little bit better. But to save a few pennies, I've just been relying on finding people that speak English and logging into free Wi-Fi. But I'm going to have to look into packages for future places that are like this. And look at it, it's like 10 o'clock at night, and if I wanted to, I could get on one of these trains. They don't close, people work late here. The supermarkets are 24 hours. You get pharmacies that are 24 hours. It's incredible. I mean, Yerevan has just got a population of just over 1 million people. Tell me in the comments if I'm wrong. And there you got their equivalent to the London Eye. And oh my gosh, it has been hard to find this place. So I'm right at the top now. You can see a Soviet plane, and the Soviets are very proud of their battles. So, do you speak English?
Yes.
A little bit, yeah. Can you tell me what that statue is? What's it for?
Mother of Armenia.
Mother of Armenia.
Yeah.
Can my camera get up there? Just about, yeah. Oh, that's awesome. And what's it for? What was the statue for?
She keep Armenia safe.
Keep Armenia safe. And over there, there's an eternal flame. All right, hang on. No, this way. There's an eternal flame. What is that flame for?
For veteran.
For the veterans?
Yes.
It's the ones missing in action, I think.
World War II.
World War II, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Merci.
You are welcome.
Thank you. And if you're wondering why I haven't learned how to say thank you in Armenian, it is a really hard word. It's probably the hardest thank you in the world. It's probably like maybe 3 words long. Anyway, so yeah, this is for all the veterans in World War II, I guess from Armenia, that never came home. They're missing in action. They just disappeared somewhere. The Soviet Union lost a lot of soldiers fighting the Nazis. Both sides lost a lot. It was just pointless in the end. And right over there, you see that tower all kind of sparkly. I could see it from the ground sometimes, depending where I'd walk. And I wanted to check it out, but supposedly it's just a TV tower, so it's not going to be worth checking out. But this is the main monument of Yerevan, or Armenia, and it's Mother Armenia. And of course, what I respectfully mean is the war was pointless. What I mean is, you know, the Germans never should have invaded Russia, and both sides lost so many people, you know, for nothing. You know, I mean, the Soviets had a reason to fight, but the Germans never should have attacked in the first place. As much as I love Germany, I'm going to point that fact out. And fingers crossed, I have found the stairs that I was looking for. And if these are the stairs, I will take them all the way to the bottom. And if they're not, and I get lost, at least I'm going down and not up. Anyway, I'm back at the hotel, and I want to apologise if I got any of my facts wrong, and if I seemed a little bit downbeat, and also if I seemed at any point a little bit of a snob, because I promise you I ain't. All right. I, as well as being a bit tired, I have been suffering from a fever, and I'm taking pain medication, so obviously the fever's coming and going. I shouldn't be drinking, but I'm going to have just this one beer, okay? I've got 4 of them waiting for me at the bar. That's another long story. I won't bore you with the facts, okay? But I'm only going to have one. It's been absolutely knackering and tiring. But if you enjoyed the video, I've got more content to come. All right, so please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and I'll see you all on the next journey. And leave me a comment. Has anything never gone to plan with you? I'm sure it has. I'm sure it's happened to everybody at some point. To me, it probably happens a little bit more than the average person. But, you know, that can make it interesting, that can make it fun. And it's Morgan's world, isn't it? You know, what you see is what you get. Love you all. See you next time.